just a quick bit for folks to find seating. Good evening and welcome. I'm Susan Garber, President of the Savage Community Association, and it is great to see so many people concerned about the homeless in Howard County here this evening. I recognize a lot of familiar folks from here in Savage, but I also see folks from a lot of other communities as well. It's always the practice of the Savage Community Association to be very inclusive and invite other community members to join us. I do, however, ask that those who may have come from other neighborhoods, if you would be respectful of the fact that this meeting was called so that folks from the greater Savage area would have an opportunity to get their questions and concerns aired, if you would give them a chance to do that first. I'm also delighted that we have some wonderful guests with us tonight, and certainly our most prestigious guest is our new County Executive, Alan Kilman. And we'll give Alan a moment to say words of greeting in just a second, but I especially want to thank Alan for coming because the situation we're discussing tonight is really something that he's inherited. The plans you'll be hearing about were not of his making, but of the previous administration. So it's very nice to have him come out to listen to our concerns at this time. We also have in the audience Kate McLeod, representing Jen Terrazza. Kate, where are you? We have Tom Carbo from the Housing Commission. We have Andrea Ingram from Grassroots Crisis Center. And Russ Snyder from Volunteers of America. And then again, I think you should all give yourselves a round of applause for coming out on such a cold night. All right, Mr. Kittleman, if you'd like to use the mic there.
Susan, can I make a suggestion? Just people who are standing in the back, and I understand the BC to reserve for Savage, but after a bid, if they're not filled, maybe those folks can stand and just use those seats.
Absolutely, and we also have additional chairs in the next room that we're bringing in. Thank you, Liz.
Anyway, good evening. I am Alan Kittleman, and I tell you, this Carol Baldwin Hall is not unfamiliar territory for me. I actually had one of my very first town hall meetings during the campaign for county executive here, and I've enjoyed coming back here for many, many events, many years. And I just want to thank you for being here. This is a night for us to listen, to get as many answers as we can to questions you have. But I will tell you, after looking at all the questions on the window, I can't guarantee you're going to get all of them tonight, and you need to realize that. And so as people are up here, and folks from the county, and Volunteers for America and other groups, I just want you to know that they will do the best they can to answer every question you have. But if they don't have an answer tonight, that doesn't mean you won't get an answer. There's an awful lot of them there. I also want to thank Kate for being here from Jen Terrazza's office. Jen would be here. Jen cares very much about this community and this issue. However, it's also her son's birthday today. And, you know, I don't care what anyone says, family always comes first. And so I think she's made the right choice to be with her family tonight. So I'm very glad that Kate can be here to represent her. You know, I care a lot about the Savage community. I care a lot about the issue of homelessness. I care about the community in Jessup and Guilford. And I want to do whatever we can to make sure that the right thing is done. This is a touchy issue, I know that. And I would just urge everybody to be calm, get your questions asked in a respectful manner, and this is the way it's supposed to be, folks. And as I ran for office, I told people this is the way it's going to be in my administration. We're going to have as many open meetings as we possibly can have, so you can come out and say your piece. But I will tell you, as I said before, in all these different meetings I had throughout the campaign, that doesn't mean we're always going to agree. It's just not always going to happen. We may not agree on this issue, some of us in this room tonight, but we're all going to be here together in a community to make ourselves understand the issue, understand the pros, the cons, and whatever. But then we'll make a decision, and then we'll have to move on. But I just want to let you know, I'm here tonight to listen, and I may have some comments if I could at the end. But right now, I think that it's time for us to hear more about this issue and to hear your questions, and I will stay as long as you would like afterwards to talk. Thank you very much.